Assalamualaikum and good evening. I'm Nurzila Othman and this is breaking news. 2 of the 4 divers went missing off Pulau Tokong Sanggul were found alive by fishermen at 1 a.m. on 9 April in Mersing. Office Chief Police District OCPD Superintendent Cyril Edward Nguyen said the 2 victims who have been drifting since April 6 were found in the southern waters of Pengerang near the Indonesian border. The victims, Adrian Peter Chester, 46 years old, who is British national, and 18 years old, French national Alicia Alexandra Molina, were found in water south of Pengerang in Kota Tinggi near the Indonesian border. Both of victims were found safe by local fishermen who were involved in fishing before alert the police. They have been rescued by the Marine Police Force Region 2 in Johor. They are now in the hospital Pasir Gudang for the further treatment, he said at a press conference at the Mersing District Council's Public Jetty PHC front base a few days ago. Meanwhile, the search and rescue SAR team concentrated on another 14 years old victim, Nathan Renzi, Adrian Peter's son, who is a Dutch netizen. He added that the search area will be concentrated in waters further south of Pengerang as soon as information on the discovery of the 2 victims. He said the Indonesian and Singaporean parties have been informed about the change in the search grid. Meanwhile, Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency Mersing Director Khairul Nizam Misran said that the number of SAR assets is almost the same as Friday except for the bombardier aircraft. He said following discovery of these 2 victims, we changed the search sectors to the south of Pengerang. One of the 4 European divers went on Wednesday. 35 years old Norwegian dive master Christine Gordon was rescued in the next day around 55 kilometers away from the dive site. The 4 were last spotted on Pulau Tokong Sanggul, a 16 kilometers long island off the coast of Johor, before participating in a scuba diving session near the island. The Ministry of Hajj and Umrah of Saudi Arabia has announced that the number of pilgrims allowed for the Hajj season this year will be up to 1 million people, local and international pilgrims, greatly expanding the key event to participants from outside the kingdom after 2 years of tight COVID-19 restriction, state media says on Saturday. In an official statement shared on Twitter on Sunday, the ministry said the number of international pilgrims for the year will be in accordance with the quota allocated to each country, taking into account the compliance with all healthcare criteria. It also said that this year's Hajj season is open to pilgrims under the age of 65 who have received the main COVID-19 vaccine approved by the Saudi Ministry of Health. According to the statement, pilgrims coming from outside of Saudi Arabia are required to submit a negative COVID-19 PCR test result within 72 hours before departure. The ministry also reminded of the need for pilgrims to adhere to precaution and follow all Hajj instructions while performing their Hajj ritual. Last year, Saudi Arabia allowed only 60,000 domestic pilgrims, including its national and foreigners who are in the country. The certainty performing the Hajj this year, as granted by the Saudi Arabia government, is very meaningful to all Muslims, said Ministry in the Prime Ministry Department Datuk Idris Ahmad. He said the assurance of performing the Hajj has shown more brightly following the announcement by the Saudi government. The actual Hajj quota for Malaysians will be conveyed by the Saudi Arabian government to Lembaga Tabung Haji THSUI. Continue to pray, be patient and focus on performing the Ramadan obligation and pray hard that we can be our guests later, he said in a post on Facebook on Saturdays.
Dr. Idris said this piece of news was truly elating to Muslims who have been waiting patiently for 2 years to perform the Hajj, the 5 pillars of Islam. The Hajj is already prepared to ensure a smooth pilgrim for Malaysians and is just waiting to get the quota, he added.
Breaking news, Squid Games has managed to bring home 3 trophies at the 28th SAG Awards. Assalamualaikum and good morning, my name is Akira and this is the entertainment news for the day. The new Korean sensation Squid Games managed to bring home 3 trophies at the 28th Screen Actors Guild Awards, or better known as the SAG Awards. The Squid Game is a Netflix original series which was directed by Hwang Dong-hyuk. Hwang had originally written about Squid Game back in 2009 but unable to find a production to fund for it until Netflix took interest for it back in 2019. The series first aired back in 17 September in 2021. Upon the first 4 weeks after the launch, the series managed to attract more than 142 million member households and 1.65 billion viewing hours, making it to the top series during that time. The success of Squid Game has been continued to show when the series managed to bring home 3 trophies at the 28th SAG Awards. The first category is Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Drama Series, which has been won by Lee Jong-jae. Lee played as Song Gi-hoon in Squid Game, or better known as Player 456. The second category is Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Drama Series, which has been won by Jung Ho-yeon. Jung played as Kang Se-byung, or better known as Player 067 in the series. Both Lee and Jung have made history that night because they are the very first Korean actors to win the awards and also the very first Asian actors to do so. The third award is in the category of Outstanding Action Performance by a stunt ensemble in a television series and has been won by the series itself, Squid Game. That's all for the entertainment news for the day. Thank you.
After tendered his resignation letter to Badminton Association of Malaysia (BAM) on January 11, our national badminton player Lee Zijia can turn to pro scene as an independent player. Rumours of the All England Championship leaving the national body had been circulating in recent weeks, and he recently refused to place his future to the BAM when questioned by the media. Zijia expressed his hope that everyone would respect his decision by revealing that he had spoken with Dato' Lee Chong-wei, our number 1 badminton player in the world, before submitting his resignation letter. On the interview recently, Lee Zijia said, "It does not matter whether we are independent player or national player. What matters is that we are carrying our bag with our national flag." He also said there will be some people who support his decision and some people who may not. He is not worried about that. Besides, he made himself clear that his aim is only to do well and break into top 5 badminton player this year. After almost 2 weeks, the rumor that Zijia will be banned for 2 years shut after he posted on Instagram. Zijia expressed his delight after meeting Badminton Association of Malaysian President Norza Zakaria in a private with his parents. Zijia did not take long to continue training at the National Badminton Academy, ABM. He was seen at ABM Gymnasium in the evening of that day. He said he very pleased that after gaining Tansi Norza's approval to become a professional player, they are now settling this matter with Badminton Association of Malaysia. For the time being, he is going to focus on the Asia Team Championship. He hopes that the upcoming result will bring us together as Malaysian and badminton lovers. Last but not least, he asked people to keep supporting Badminton Association of Malaysia as well as all the country's professional players who are developed by BAM because we are all one at the end of the day.